For all of my audience out there who doesn't understand modern day humor, for younger people, not modern day like comedy acts, but like humor of the younger generation, make me sound old as hell. I know the beard makes me look old, but I'm not very old. Don't really want to tell you how old, but I'm not very old. There's this meme. You know it. You know what it is. You know it. And I find it not really funny. It's less about I don't understand it and more like I get it. And even though I get it, it doesn't make it funnier to me. I think the absurdity of it is what the humor is in it to me. Like the absurdity of just like, so here's what my keeping track of it is. It's like a meme that's wrapped in like 20 levels of irony to where it's kind of hard to pinpoint where it started. And I think I know. Metal Gear Solid, right? That's a video game if you don't know. But Metal Gear Solid 5 had this one thing happen to it where someone convinced a very majority amount of people, a large amount of people, I should say, that's the right way of saying that, that there's this song by Duran Duran, Invisible. They convinced a majority of people that song was in Metal Gear Solid 5. It was not. Never once, not even in a trailer. But somehow, this guy convinced a lot of people. He gaslit a lot of people into believing it. And because he did that, it sparked this meme where now people just associate that song with Metal Gear Solid, even if they know it's not in there. And then there's this meme format of you'll be watching like a video, like a 10-second video, and you don't really know where it's going. Like there is no punchline, and you don't know where the joke is going. You're just scrolling through whatever you use, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, God forbid Facebook Reels. No offense, guys. It's just I don't like Facebook, but it would be like let's say the Fantastic Four and Invisible Woman, the character, would make a joke, like a little witty pun, a play on her powers, and she would say some shit like, "What am I in?" That dog scared the crap out of me. And the joke would be like her saying, "What am I, invisible?" And then the video would pause, and then Invisible, the song, would start playing. One second. And Invisible would start playing the song. And that was the whole joke. And it would like cut in an image of like the main character from Metal Gear Solid. It was the absurdity, like an old school meme from like the early 2010s and late 2000s called Rickrolling, where just it would be like a video of like a beach. And it was a very peaceful beach. You're like, oh, this is nice. And then out of nowhere, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley starts playing, and you just got rickrolled. It's like a prank. That's kind of what Invisible became. And me and my friends found it pretty funny. Because what was once, that was like a 10-second video, then someone says Invisible, and then the song starts playing, would become like a 2-minute clip of like a movie. And like a minute into the movie, someone says invisible, or a minute into this clip, someone says the word invisible. And you would go like another 30 seconds of watching the clip, right? Nothing crazy. But then the clip would freeze. It would rewind to when that person in the clip says the word invisible. And then that's when the music would start playing. It's like you thought you were safe. Nope, you're not. We caught you kind of meme. why does this relate to 6-7? Because we're getting there. So then a song by Kendrick Lamar called TV Off came up. And then the meme wasn't when someone says Invisible, play the song Invisible. It was when someone says Mustard, it would be basically a jump scare of flashing like imagery and loud crazy noises, and the joke was the absurdity, and the random loud noises was the joke kind of thing. Again, not really the most funny and highbrow humor, but that's what the humor was. So take that, and then they start doing a meme where for some reason, and if you're wondering, why does this start? It just starts with one person making the joke that is in the same format as an already existing joke. And now the new word is another one of those trigger words that triggers the punchline, the prank. So you got Invisible, but then it turns into Mustard, which became a more well-known one. Then you have, for some reason, Mango. I'm triggering. The people who find this shit funny, I'm triggering them when I'm saying this stuff. Then you have 6-7. And how they would do that would be someone would be like, excuse me, how much more time do we have? And the person would respond, about 6 or 7 minutes. And that would cause it. And that one I attribute to being so absurd, so in your face. And that's why that one's funny. So now somehow, somewhere, it got lost in translation. That 6-7 became a phrase. It became a phrase. Like that, and then it was this like hand motion was added to it. That part, I don't know where that came from. I missed that part of the story. I actually didn't read that book. Didn't read that chapter. I missed that. And then it became the meme we know. And for the life of me, I have no idea what happened. I felt like it blew up like within a month of me not looking. And that's why people, older people, who aren't clinically on the internet, don't understand these jokes, right? It's not because you're older. It's because you're not following it. You're not following the trend. And so much so that South Park hilariously made an episode about it recently. And I find that the funniest thing because you could tell they don't know what it means either. They have no clue. They don't try to explain it though. In fact, they claim it's a part of like a satanic cult ritual to summon like the devil or some shit. And I think that's the best way of looking at it. It's a joke that doesn't make sense. And for some reason, kids, I don't think most kids understand what it is either. It's just their friends are saying it and laughing at it. So then that kid is like, oh, well, I find that funny. You're laughing at it. And I want to make you laugh because humor is a very easy way to make friends as a kid. So they all start saying it. And then it just becomes what everyone says. All the kids, at least. But then the adults, they don't say it because they find it funny. They find the irony in it funny. The absurdity of it funny. That's what they find funny about it. So for you out there who hears all those phrases I said, 6-7 and all that, you don't find it funny. And you don't find it ironically funny. You just find it strange. And that's okay. That's okay. No one's looking at you weird for that, right? No one's looking at you and claiming that you're dumb because you don't understand why saying mangoes and being strobed with epileptic flashing, epileptic levels of flashing isn't funny. No one's finding you weird for that. They just might think you're old.